Right, okay. Right, we're going to do a cold start on the tricycle. It's been sat around for quite a while now. So let's see how it goes. It's not exactly cold today, is it?
What, 6 or 7 degrees?
So I don't think it'll start first time. Never know.
That's alright, is that?
Bad to say it's been stood still like that for about 8 weeks.
Started better than thinking. Right.
What we'll do then is we'll get all the cars together and we'll do cold starts on others and we'll just have a little walk around with it.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'll bring it round there.
Right.
Stood a bit longer than tricycle. See how long this one takes. Just wait for that pump to prime. Right.
Oh.
I think this has been stood about 3 months. It might take a little bit to settle down. Need to get some air in that time. These want proper servicing before we go back out. These.
Mind us?
Yeah, it wants proper servicing. I want to flush all water out of that. Anyway, we'll go over that when we go down walk around.
Right, I'll just turn this off then. Got something to show you anyway. Something to show you.
What?
Come here.
You've got a second garage.
Yeah.
Why are you putting that in it?
It's going in it. It's
It is?
yeah, it's a surprise for you.
Yes. You better put that on thing out, swear. When did you get that?
About 3 months ago.
Oh, is it you buy it?
Yeah, yeah.
What is it?
One of 5 left of that colour in that year.
Well, that's brilliant. So that'll be in 1990, is it?
89.
89.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Central locking.
all the luxuries. well, we're going to do a walk around of all our cars here. We said in a previous video that we'd do this, didn't we, Matt?
Yeah, we did, yeah.
We said we'd get all 3 cars.
Well, I got
And
a surprise for him.
Yeah, and then Matt has got a complete surprise for me today. And he's opened up another garage here, and he's got this 1989
MG
Montego.
Yeah.
I don't know much about these. I haven't done any research because I didn't even know you got it until today.
It was a surprise.
So you'll have to walk us around this one, Matt.
Yeah. Well, when I got it, it's basically as it sits. I've only had it for 3 months. Done a bit of touching up, but not a lot. Fitted a new radio because the radio were useless what were in it. But this is next year's project, so I haven't done out to it yet.
What plans have you got? Have you got any plans?
Yeah,
plans?
there's a bit of rust here to do on the front. Bit of rust to sort out. It's got a problem when you go on hard lock, but it makes like a popping sound, and we've come to conclusion, but it's the tyres. Because when you turn the tyre, it like the wall of the tyre falls underneath itself. Right. Which is causing a large knocking sound. So we're gonna have to
Are they not standard size then?
No, they are standard size.
They are standard size.
Yeah.
I remember Metros had silly metric tyres.
Yeah.
Are these that same?
No.
No.
They
I love that colour. I mean, they say white is popular now, or it has been in recent years. Yeah. It wasn't really a popular colour years ago, was it?
No. It's come back into fashion, as they say.
It wasn't sporty models. It always has been, hasn't it? White,
yeah.
red, black.
It's got a 2 litre engine, as it being the MG. It's electronic fuel injection, auto choke, electric windows, electric sunshine roof. Everything works. Everything works.
So you got a clock, 90, just short of 95 thou.
Yeah.
On clock.
All original.
All original interior,
yeah,
isn't it?
It's all original. Only thing what really lets the car down is the dashboard. It has a large crack along it, and somebody's attempted to paint it. That was done like that before I got it.
Oh, right. How easy is it? A big involved job to cheat? Imagine, would you even get one?
That's the thing. It's finding one. There's one.
Is it different to a standard saloon one? This?
I think they're all the same, to be honest. Because there's a blue one on eBay, but the only problem is it's blue. It's got a little crack on it, but I've been looking for one since I got it. So I'm hoping to find one in the right colour. Really.
You've totally got me on surprise with this. Does this leak?
Yes.
Oh, does it?
It does leak. Leaks like
Badly.
a sieve. Leaks like a sieve.
Oh,
when we got the car, it was absolutely legging it down, and some water came into the cabin, let's put it that way. If you want a shower whilst you drive, this is the car for you.
So you're going to change tyres then?
Well, we're going to have a look. We don't know if the steering rack's been changed, which could be causing the lock to be too much. Like, you know, the bump stops on the rack.
But it only does it on full lock?
It only does it on full lock, so it's fine driving about normally. Yeah. But it's just, it just does it weird. It's only when we put out of garage, really.
Is it like it's bootlegs?
Right.
So we're getting into the realms of modern stuff here now, aren't we, Matt?
Yeah.
Fuel injection.
Yep.
Power steering.
Yep. It's an O series engine, basically the same as Marina further down the line. But it's based on the same engine. There's a little problem with auto idle. It likes to die sometimes when it's cold.
Is that the auto choke?
Yeah, the auto. Yeah.
They were always. I remember I had a Capri, 2 Capris, and the auto chokes were just crap. You could get kits for them, couldn't you, to convert them to manual?
Yeah. But it's alright most of the time. It's just when it just needs warming up a bit. But that's the first half an hour driving, 15 minutes.
Previous owner's been in club.
Yeah, there's actually a video of it.
That's a good sign, man.
Yeah. Well, there's actually a video of it online.
Is there?
At a car show. If you search the MG Montego onto YouTube, you'll find another video of somebody talking to the previous owner. It wasn't the guy who I bought it off, but the one before.
Right, so we said we were going to do a walk around of the 3 cars, and then Matt has surprised me with his 4th. One thing I wanted to say was, as we go around these 3 cars, because I didn't know about this one, so this one's not in it, see if the viewers can spot something that 2 of these cars have got in common. See if they can spot it, and to try and preempt any wisecracking gagsters on there, the answer is not that the other 2 have got 4 wheels, one's got 3, right? So see if they can spot it, right? But that doesn't include the MG.
Yeah.
I didn't even know you'd got that. Right, so shall we do an update on the tricycle?
Yeah.
Tricycle update, because it's been June or July it is since the last one.
Yeah.
Come round back. At the moment, I've done a few little jobs. At the moment, I'm working on these badges because I nearly lost one of them, and I want to try and fit them on properly where they're not going to come off. I did get I've got a proper Regal exhaust now. It's not a brand new one. I had to go to Birmingham to pick it up. There is a new company now actually making stainless steel exhausts for the van and saloon. at 200 quid. I said there were a company before doing them at 200 quid, but they were just mild steel. So it's still a lot of money, but I think that's reasonable for a stainless. So, but I'll leave it for now. The only other thing I did, I refitted this back window. This back window is solid now, feels quite solid. The rubber were wrong before, and that you could wobble it about and it were leaking loads of water. One thing I have done, I've fitted brand new seat belts. Brand new. They're not inertia reel, because I couldn't find anywhere to fit the reel properly. So they're basically just a straight replacement. But I've got stalks now. If you look, these proper stalks, which are a lot better, because the other ones, the straps used to fall down on the seat, were right annoying. I'm going to get another fire extinguisher. I want to try and rig an extinguisher up somehow that will do the engine bay. I mean, that might sound stupid, but I've seen a couple of horrible stories recently of people's cars going up, and if something like that happens under the bonnet of this, it'll just go up so quick. I keep checking the fuel lines all the time and stuff like that, but I suppose I'm just worrying about something that if it happens, it happens, doesn't it? I did say when I went on that trip to Stratford, I took it to Stratford upon Avon, and the car it was just faultless. It just didn't miss a beat. It was great there and back, 300-mile round trip. That's the longest thing that I've done so far in this. Obviously I've got more to do this summer now. The other thing I've done is, I'll just get this back.
Go.
One of the things I've done under here is I've fitted a mud flap. Obviously these were never fitted to Reliance. There's a big hole under here, look, that somebody's cut out. I think that, at first I thought this were accident damage. I think this has happened at a previous owner when the shell's been off the car, because there's no damage on the cross member or anything like that. And what I've done is, I fitted this as neat as I could, and I've also replaced all the A-frame rubbers. That took quite a while to do at home. It just over a couple of days that driveway, and I replaced these bolts with cap head, hex cap head bolts, because they're a lot easier to access from the other side. And then I gave it a good brush down and paint. I don't know if that's going to come out well on camera. But at least this mud flap now will protect all this, and it'll stop water getting up. Water will get in up here through this hole, and then it will coming out from behind the, the inspection covers, and my carpet will get soaked, right?
That's not what you need.
No, that's not what I need. This really wants fixing properly, but you can't do it in situ like this. I'll tell you one thing that I have got planned for this, maybe not this year, but I've actually bought have a look under the bonnet. I've actually bought a replacement 850 Reliant engine for this. It's a yellow top high compression one, with gearbox to go with it, and I'm going to convert the gearbox to run the Regal clutch system. I'm not in a rush to do it. That'll be a separate video. This engine's running lovely. It's running really nice, so I'm not in a rush to pull this out. But basically that's where we are. I can't think of anything else that I've done on car that's I can't think of anything else that I've done. I've just done a few little jobs, like I say, seat belts, I've done that mud flap, changed those rubbers on there. Just want to sort these badges out. I want to try and fit a fire extinguisher. You can get these little, they call them auto fireman, I've seen them online, but I don't know where to buy them. These little fire extinguishers with a cord that links them. And when the cord melts or breaks, if a fire breaks out, they automatically go off. I don't know how good they'll be, to be honest.
It is a big concern having a classic car though, isn't it, having a fire. That's the last thing you need.
I mean, I've got a fire extinguisher in the car.
It'd be undesirable.
It would, yeah, as Hubnut would say, it'd be considered undesirable. But the problem is, your main safety thing is make sure you're alright, but you've got to pull over and you've got to get out of the car, you've got to open the bonnet, and in that time, especially, one thing about these, right, obviously they're all fiberglass bodied, but at least when the robbing came out, Reliant, from what I've learned, did put a bit of fire retardant in the resin. This doesn't have any. So none.
So that's not good.
This, I mean, Robins and Rialtos would go up quick, but these would be even worse. So Right, so that's that one then.
Right.
Right, here we go. Look at this. I love this. This is Maths 19. Is it 78, 79?
79, 1979.
1979, Morris Marina.
Yeah.
In gusset brown.
Gusset brown. Russet brown.
I think that colour's ace. It's proper 70s retro.
Stands out from the crowd a bit. Yeah.
It's brilliant.
Yep.
Quality.
Come from Somerset.
Yeah.
Drove it 300 miles back from Somerset. Didn't know the car. Didn't know what it was going to do to us, but it got us home. Never missed a beat. Things to talk about the car since I've done to it. Wheels, they were all rusty, so I sanded them right back to bare metal, rust remedied them, and then I put primer on, and Simonized wheel paint I chose to use, and then a clear coat over the top. I did it with all 4 wheels, and they've lasted about 2 years now, and they're still looking good. Just a bit mucky at the moment because it's not the time to wash them at this time of year.
It's pretty much mint, this. It really is mint, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, it's bordering.
Yeah.
It's not concourse, but I mean, it's
No.
It's really A1 condition. Has it been resprayed in the past?
I'm not sure.
Or is it just a patch?
There's certain patches that
it
I've
looks
been done.
really good.
There's bits of rust that have been sorted out round here. This panel's been sprayed over, you can tell by the rip. I don't know if you'll get it on camera, but it's a bit ripply, is the paint.
You wouldn't notice. You wouldn't know, you'd have to point. You had to point that out for me to see it.
Yeah. Well, at first glance, it looks good enough for me.
But the interior is so clean as well, isn't it?
Unlock. Well, it's not clean, it's got a thingy over it. I throw over it, well, underneath here it's all ripped. This is next year's project, is this.
I mean, all the panels are everything's intact, isn't it?
I'm going to get all seats redone because this one's all ripped underneath. The fabric's gone. And the previous owner changed the seats out from a HL, because the HL had a headrest. Yeah. But he fitted these, and they did have a sheepskin cover on them.
Oh, so these are not the original seats?
No, they are the original seats from a Marina.
All right.
But they're not from this car, because this car would have had the same colour as the back. Down there.
Is the passenger door open?
No, but I can open it.
I just wanted to point out one of the strange quirks and features of this car, right, is when I first got in this car, one thing that struck me was how the radio points away from the driver. Yeah. It's kind of odd, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
It's almost like this is the passenger's
job to look after
area.
And the speaker's not even facing you.
No. Is it just one speaker?
Yeah, it's just one speaker.
Put a modern one
I've put a modern one in.
And obviously you got them speakers up back, haven't you?
At back, yeah.
What's it done then? 64,000.
Yeah. We've only put about 1,500 miles on it since we've got it.
It's I mean, it's all hard plastic, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it's but this is what they did though back in the 70s, didn't they? And one thing about the colour as well, I really love this colour. I mean, they don't do cars in this colour, and a lot of people will go, well, yeah, good. You know what I mean, right? But British Leyland used this on loads of stuff, didn't they?
Oh yeah, you can still go to Halfords and buy a tin of this paint in a spray can.
I mean, they did minis in it. They did Allegros in it.
Yeah.
Vanden Plas as well.
Rovers, even Rovers had this colour.
And one strange car, they even did TR7s in this.
Did they?
Yeah, you could get. I've seen TR7s in gusset brown, and if you bought a sports car like that, one of the last colours you'd have is as choice as brown, but people did.
Yeah.
But I think it's a proper period colour. It's better than just plain old red.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's period to the car. And it ages it well, in my opinion.
Is it like the dog's sitting here?
No, not really. You can open it if you want. It's camera gear from today. Spare wheel in its original spot. That spare wheel's never been on the car, still got the chalk marks on it. It is a replaced tyre, but all the tyres are the same on this.
But it's mint in it.
It's solid. It's all undersealed underneath. I've got all the receipts, all the taxes, all the.
So it's a 1700. This is 1700 engine.
Yeah.
And have you had any issues with it?
Yes, we've had a few issues. Yeah. 1 second. A few issues I've had with it since we got it. It keeps losing power. We were coming back from Doncaster last year, and it had run perfectly all the way there. Brilliant, never missed a beat. And on the way back, we're on the motorway doing about 55, 60 because you don't really want to push it in this. And all of a sudden, loss of power, starts breaking up, misfiring like mad. So I traced it back, and first thing I tried was a new coil. That seemed to help the matter. Then I took the plugs out and gapped them.
Yeah.
And that's sorted out the idle, because the idle were a bit rough before, but now it idles beautifully. So, but it has done it once since then. Now we don't know if it's a charging issue, because last time it did it, it cut out, and then we fired it up and the alternator belt squealed.
Yeah.
But it didn't do that when we first started it up.
So you've not got to the bottom of it then?
No, we've still got an issue. But we're hoping it might be the alternator or something like that related, because this battery, it's been an issue since I bought it, really.
I had a similar sort of thing with tricycle, where it would just feel like it was missing just as you were putting your foot on the accelerator.
Yeah.
Just a tiny little miss. It didn't affect the driving after that.
Yeah.
But it was just annoying. And all I did was I just reset all tappets. I reset all the tappets and it just disappeared.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Just something as simple as that.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that that's what this is, but so this is basically the same engine as what's in there.
Yeah, it's an O series engine, but 1700.
Got to admit, I don't know hardly anything about BL cars.
Yeah.
To be honest, I know bits and pieces.
It's pretty reasonable to get parts for. You can get bits for it on eBay.
I mean, the Marina. One of the things I do know, it came out in about 1971, didn't it?
Yeah.
And I know that.
This is a Mark III.
Yeah, this is one of the last ones just before the Italia.
Yeah, just before the Italia, in 80.
And this is actually out of the Marinas from when they started, this is the nicest looking one. I think.
I agree.
Integral lamps.
Yeah, they're really rare to find them. I've got an extra set of them.
Well, they're not used in another car.
No. Well, not I know of anyway.
I mean, some of the people in comment section might know, but I know that the Morris Marina and the Morris Oxford both stopped production, and then this came out.
Yeah.
But I don't know if this were to replace both or one or what.
Yeah.
But this was designed to challenge the Mark II Cortina, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. And I've got a book. I've actually got a salesman guide that tells you everything, with the comparisons between all the cars at the time.
Oh, right.
I got that on eBay.
What, to try and help sell them?
Yeah. But funny enough, this was lowest of all the the technical things. It had the lowest power and everything. But they got to sell them, haven't they? And they did sell well. It went Marina, Ital, and then you got the Montego. Actually, that was
the only
next
trouble
one.
was that by the time the very first Marina came out, the Mark III Cortina had come out. It'd been out a year. Yeah. And well, obviously,
Yeah. People were after Fords, weren't they?
That looked a lot better than the Mark III Cortina.
Oh yeah.
If you remember what the Mark I grill looked like.
Yeah. I know. But they all have the quirks and features.
It's four speed on this.
Yeah.
How many gears on Montego?
5 speed. 5 speed on Montego, yeah.
Right, so have you got what else on this, man?
No, that's it. Thank you.
Right, this is my Ford Anglia van. 1968, which is the last year, just before Escort Mark 1 van. Escort Mark 1 came out then, didn't it? This is a modified, this is not standard. It's not wildly modified, it's reasonably mild compared to what you can do. I bought this about 8 years ago now. I could be wrong on that, but it was a good few years before I got tricycle. And when I got it, it was already modified. So what mods has it got? Well, let's have a look.
Just a little modification, as they say.
So there we are. It's got 2 litre Z-Tech in it, and it's running off Kawasaki Ninja 600 bike carbs, running an Omex ECU. I've had it up Rolling Road, Rolling Road said 175 brake, which I think showed a bit high. I reckon it's more 165, 170. But I tell you what, it's enough.
Yeah.
It goes really, really well. It's got Type 9 5-speed gearbox, and it's a modified Type 9 5-speed. It had uprated bearings put into it, and the first gear was changed to 2.98. So basically, this 5-speed gearbox is exactly the same as a 2000D with a 5th speed.
All right.
So, what else? I've got what was called a Madadash. That were a little extra thing you could get in the 60s to put your gauges in. It took me ages to fit that, to get it neat, to go all round.
That's the first time I've seen that. That looks ace.
Yeah, there's an old video of me in this down at Ellen Road when it looked different. It still had Z-Tech in it, but I've done loads to it since then. There's a company, people who are into Anglias will know, there's a company called Milton. A guy called Kevin Wood, who designed loads of race parts for these cars back in the 70s, and they're still going today. And this has got the Milton front struts, running Cortina Mark II brakes and discs at front. It's got the Milton steering rack, so that makes it drive. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the original steering box if it's up to spec.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with it, but the steering rack just feels more direct.
Yeah. You had to get your wheels properly balanced after that, didn't you?
Yeah, I had to do that. Obviously, as you can see, it's so low, right? But it's as low as I dare go. I have had it a touch lower than this, but I was catching stuff.
Yeah.
So I just raised it a bit. It's got 2 inch lowering blocks at the back, or should I say I think the 2.5 inch Milton lowering blocks at the back. It's got adjustable rear dampers. It's got a Milton A-frame kit fitted to the back, and it's running an NXG limited slip diff.
Oh. This is
back in, I think, early 70s, the previous owner had this panel taken out and put windows in to try and get round. It was an old Dodge to get round purchase tax. You got cheaper tax or something. I can't remember exactly the details behind it, but that were in there, and it was still in there even when I got this van about 8 years ago, whenever it was. And I did manage to pick up some panels that off a scrap van, and I kept them for a good 3 years before I had decided to go ahead and do it. And
you can never tell now though, the job's been done perfect.
Oh, you can't really see.
No.
You can't see that it's been done. On the inside you can, and what I've done is, if you look inside, this is all my camping gear. I've actually boarded it out inside. Boarded it out so you couldn't see out anyway.
Yeah.
But a chap in Preston did it called Manny. Manny's Auto Repair Services. And he always used to say, if you've been there and had work done, you've been to Mars and back. That's what he said to me. It's got full stainless steel 105 speed exhaust fitted.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think now what else it's got. Basically, I've mentioned the major things. It's running Lotus Cortina 5.5J wheels. I think they suit it really well.
They look really good.
I mean, some people go, this is just my opinion, some people go mad and they put 7-inch wheels and stuff like that up back. I think you can go a bit too wide. It spoils the look.
It looks really good. The style is brilliant.
Can't really. I mean, just in the engine there, just going in. Obviously you can see the big heater box. Anglia's had massive heaters in here. I took that out. It is running a heater. It's running a small kit car type heater. So the coolant runs in there, runs into the heater box that's behind or in the parcel shelf. I had to cut the parcel shelf to make it fit. And one other thing, if you put Z-Tex in these cars to run rear wheel drive, the water pump impeller, it runs the other way. And I got somebody were making special impellers that pump the water the correct way. And now I've got a really neat triangular thing down there. I don't have to use an idler pulley.
Alright.
The alternator is a bit low down there, but I haven't got room. Retro Ford do one that brings the alternator right up here, but in order to fit that I'd have to get rid of the battery.
Yeah.
I still don't think I'd have room.
It's just squeezed in over there, isn't it?
Only just. I mean, I have thought about taking that battery out and fitting one of them gel type batteries inside the car, somewhere under the seat or whatever, because you can put them on the sides. I've thought about doing that, but to be honest, this car's finished.
Yeah.
I'm just looking after it now. I ain't got any more plans to do anything with it. I'm just running it. And to be honest, I don't even drive it to its full potential. I did have plans to take it on a drag strip just for shits and giggles, right? And you know what? I never did it. But I even bought replacement van half shafts and fitted new bearings to them just in case.
In case you broke a drive shaft.
In case I broke one.
Yeah.
Because trying to find van half shafts, because they're a different length to saloons. I think they're about 1.5 inch longer each side. So they're hard to get.
Yeah.
The only thing that really wants doing on this, the front balance under here, is a bit ropey. You can see the pain, can't you? Especially on this side here. If ever, that would be something that would want doing really. Yeah. It's not rotten, fully rotten, but it is the only bit of the car now.
Yeah.
And there's a touch under here. Under headlamps here, look.
Oh, aye. Just time to come.
But Manny did loads of little bits and pieces on this, but trying to get everything.
Yeah. Well, there's always something to do, isn't it? That's the idea of them, isn't there? It'll never be finished, as you say.
The seats, when I got it, it did have proper van seats in it. Those grey and white seats. But mine were pretty. The vinyl wanted all doing, so I managed to. I got these. These came. This one's a good clean look. These came out of a 1200 Super that were broken up, and so I just wanted an all black interior. Bit boring maybe, but
no, it looks really good, really standard.
I have got what do you call them? Proper seat belts fitted in here that are on the inertia reel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so
all mod cons.
A couple of fire extinguishers fitted in here as well. And I did door cards out of this plastic. I bought a sheet, 3mm thick sheet of this. It's like a grained patterned plastic, and I spent ages making these a few years ago. So
yeah, looks really good. That's what inspired me to get my car. One cold winter's day when we were taking the engine out.
yeah.
And then like a year later, wasn't it? And we first fired it up, and I think that's enough.
Well, that's it then.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when I got them put in, obviously I had to have the van resprayed, and then this is actually properly traditionally sign written. The chap came from Grimsby and did this properly. All this, see this here? That's not white paint on blue. That white is actually the body colour underneath. He painted around it to make it. Really talented. I think it's really good. I just had the idea of taking this came off. This logo were on all the parts boxes in the early 60s before they went to Motorcraft, and I just thought it'd look pretty good.
Looks awesome.